What's good, guys? In this video, I want to show you how you can make money with no code. So first of all, what is no code? So if you enter no code, you're going to see a lot of tools here that, attempt to kind of explain to you exactly what no code is. So here's an article. No code, to be more practical, is a method that does not necessarily involve writing code for the user, but instead works like a GUI tool. Okay, so in other words, it's these tools that you can use to build apps without needing to have servers, IT, no programming, debugging, stuff like that. It makes things very, very simple. And if you Google for no-code app ideas, you have a ton of app ideas that you can build. And this is not the only way to make money with no code. There are lots of ways, but this is just one way, okay? So here we have from MakerPath 30 no-code businesses you could launch in a month, okay? So here are some ideas. Here's another really good article, 49 plus mobile app ideas that haven't been made but should be made, okay? So here you have all of these app ideas, and there's some unique ideas, right? There's some interesting ideas here. So even if you do not like all of them, there's probably going to be one or two that is probably going to get you excited. All right, so take a look at this list. You can just find it on felgo.com and see if it kind of gets your creative juices flowing. All right, now the tool we are going to be using today is called Flutter Flow. Okay, Flutter Flow is definitely my favorite tool these days. I actually have another channel where I specifically teach no code, and I've been teaching people how to use Flutter Flow, and I'm not affiliated with them by any means. I don't know who runs it. I'm not connected with the company that built it. I just really like the tool. So here's their website, and if you Google something like Upwork Flutter Flow, you are gonna see very interesting gigs on Upwork, right? Freelancers looking to provide various services. So here's a couple of freelancers here. Take a look at this one, $250, but let me show you another one, $16,000, $28,000, $40,000. Okay, starter, standard, advanced. And so these are not going to be your $5 Fiverr gig. If you want to go down this route, and this is only another way of making money, it's not the only way of making money. It's not the exclusive way of making money with no code. But if you are interested in no code, you should be happy to know that there are ways of making a ton of money, because people want apps. They are, software is king. Everybody wants software. Everybody wants to sell apps. Everybody wants to make money with apps. There are lots of consumers out there, etc., etc. And so, like I said, there are tons of no-code tools out there. But the tool we're going to be talking about today is Flutter Flow. Now, let me log in and let me show you how many apps I've built already. Take a look at all of these apps that I built. And all of them are on my other channel that you're going to see in the link in the description. But what I want to show you guys is I want to show you how to create a very, very simple app so that, you guys understand that it's super easy to do and it's not going to take a long time to get started. And then I'm going to show you some of the ways that you can make money with no code. So we're here in Flutter Flow, and all you need to do is go out and create your free account. You don't need to pay for this. A free plan will suffice. We're going to say create new, and look at this. We can call an app. Let's say we're creating, sample app. I know that's creative and all, but we have a lot of these app ideas, right? These are templates. You can have up homes, which is kind of like Airbnb. You have trivia, wedding app, etc., etc. You have fleet of cars, FinWallet, health AI, Robindo, To-Do app, etc., etc. Tons of apps. Tons of ideas that you can do, but I'm going to show you a simple app that you can build right now. So we have simple app here. We're going to say we want to create new. We're going to start with the blank app. We're not going to do Firebase. That's a little bit too complicated. But now here we are on the screen here where we can start building apps, okay? So I want to bring to your attention the main page here. We're looking at a page and we have one page, okay? We just have one page here. And we want to create another page. We can do that. We can just hit new page. And let's say this is going to be a list, a product list. Let's say we are creating an app for a e-commerce store. As an example, okay? I'm just gonna say product list. We're gonna go into list. And here we can scroll down and we can find a page that kind of looks similar to what we're trying to do. So how about this one? Use my theme, and now we have a list here. Okay, we have a list of products. We have things that we can display. Now, if you are selling products, you need a page that displays that one product that the user picked. So we're going to create another page. We're going to say product detail. Okay, and we're going to go into content this time, and we're going to pick maybe something like this. You can pick whatever you want, but I think this looks similar, closer to kind of what we want to do. So we're going to say use my theme. And now we have 3 pages. We have homepage, product list, and product detail. We're going to delete homepage because we don't really need that. And all we have is product list and product detail, okay? So one thing that we need to do, guys, is if we go to this list view here, this list view is the container for this list. Now, we do not need all of them here. We just need the first one. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to delete the other 4. So I pick it, or you can even come in here, you can right click, and you can even pick a container. Okay, and then you just press delete and it's deleted. Same thing here, we're just gonna pick right click, I'm gonna say container, right click, container, delete, and I'm gonna pick the other 2 containers here, delete, delete. So now we have one. This is a list view. It's gonna repeat products, it's gonna repeat these things from a list. Okay, and where's our list? Very simple. We're going to go into local state, and we're going to add a state variable, and we're going to say product list. And this is going to be maybe a list of products. We're going to call them by a string or something. We're going to say list, and we're going to say persisted, which means that if the user exits the app, this is going to be saved to their device, whether it's a mobile device or desktop or laptop, etc., etc. We're going to say create, and we're going to create a list of products here. So we're going to say add an item. So perhaps this is going to be a Sony camera, Sony A7 S3, Sony A5100, Sony A6400, Sony A6500, and item number 5, Sony A7C. Okay? So now we have this product list, which is a name of a field. It's a list of strings, all of these products, and it's stored. And now we can go back to our UI, click here, widget tree, go to list view, click here where it says generate dynamic children, name this field. I'm just going to say products. And this thing is where we're going to pull up the actual data. We're going to click here, local state, product list, confirm, confirm. And now it's telling me this widget will now generate its children dynamically from the specified variable. We're going to say, okay, and now you see it's kind of grayed out. That means that this is going to be generated dynamically. That's kind of what we want. We want this thing to be repeated X amount of times that we have products, okay? Now, we're not done yet. Next, you're going to pick a field that you want to display the name of your product. Let's say this field here, you're going to go to set from variable, pick product item, and hit confirm, okay? And this is going to be displayed the name of the product. We don't have images stored, and we don't have this thing here. We can just delete that. Delete this thing here. Delete this price. We're going to do that later. And now we have latest products, and now it's going to list the products that we have. We can always add the other things later on, price, etc., image as well. The most important thing is that we have an app that's working. Well, not yet. Let's come in here and let's do a test run. Let's see if it's actually displaying the product. All right, so here's our app. It's running in an environment. And as you can see, we are seeing the product. We're seeing these things here. If we come in here, this is our list, right? Product list, and we have the list. The only thing we don't have is we don't have a way to see the detail, okay? So we can't click on it. So if we come in here, go back to the UI, what you guys want to do is you want to select this container here. Remember how we were deleting containers? Well, now you want to select the container. You want to come here on the right-hand side, click on the second tab, and you want to add an action. Inside here, you want to type navigate to, and you want to say product detail. Now, we are navigating to the product detail page. What we need to pass the parameter of this item here, okay? So we're going to define a parameter, we're going to add a parameter, and we're going to call this a product name. Type is going to be a string. We're going to say confirm, and now we can pass it. Product name, we're going to say from variable, and we're going to say product item, okay? And now the name of the product that we have here is going to be passed to the detail page. So now we can go to the detail page, and we can come in here and we can rename it, rename this thing to show the product name. So set from variable, and we have product name because that is an argument that we're passing, product name. We can also rename this to product name as well. And later on, once we are passing more and more variables, we can fill all of this out, okay? And so now we have the first page. They can click on it, and it's going to go to the second page. Let's come back here. This is the page that opened when I ran the app last time. You should keep it open, and all you have to do is do instant reload, and that's going to reload the new version of the app really, really quickly. All right, so now it's clickable. Let's say I click on A5100, and now it says A5100, A5100, okay? Last but not least, you may want to have a link that will actually go out and buy the product. Maybe you're building an e-commerce app, something of that sort. So let's go ahead and delete all this, delete this as well, that as well. We can always fill that out later once we have the data, because right now we only have the product name. And this could be buy product. So we're going to come in here, click on this button, go on the right-hand side, first tab, go to text, and say buy product. Okay, we can even make this button a little bit shorter, maybe 200 width. That looks about right. We can change the color. We can make it, I don't know, maybe something like this. If that's not too, yeah, that's too light. Let's make it a little bit darker. Something like this. That's too dark. Let's make it, yeah, okay. Yeah, that looks perfect. All right. And now we can click on this button, go on the right-hand side, go to the action tab here, and we can say add an action, and we can type URL, and we can say launch URL, and we can type Amazon.com or whatever the URL of your product is, and you can obviously format it and do all that. But now that we have it linked somewhere, we can come in here, instant reload. Look at that. All right, so I can choose a camera. Let's say this one. I can say buy product. And that right there just redirected us to Amazon. So this is a very, very quick and simple way of building an app. Obviously, we're just scratching the surface. And so if you want to learn more how to build these apps, check out my other channel, James No Code. You will be able to learn how to build very sophisticated apps. But right now, I want to show you how you can make money with building such apps. So if you Google Upwork Flutter Flow, you will see Flutter Flow gigs. And so you can do the same thing in Fiverr. You can do that. And you will be able to see, if you type Flutter Flow Fiverr, you're going to see various gigs here. Okay. If you type Flutter Flow Freelancer, you're going to see Flutter Flow stuff. Lots and lots of stuff. It does not need to be just Flutter Flow. In my view, Flutter Flow is the best tool out there. It's the easiest tool to learn. It's one of the most powerful tools, so you can build any kind of app using this tool. And so you can do jobs for other people. You can freelance. And there's, a bit of money to make when you're freelancing. Okay, so remember that. You can do that. You have a lot of that. The next option is you can build an app and just launch it, right? Flutter Flow allows you to actually go out and launch these apps into the iOS store. So you can launch it into the iOS store. You can launch it into the Android, the Play Market, the Apple Store. So if you go into platforms, you can pick Android, iOS. You have other app details here that you can, package name, various settings here. You can also do authentication, push notifications, mobile deployment, web publishing, lots and lots of things that you can do. But my point is, it's very, very easy to build this app and submit it into the respective store, whether it's the Play Store or the Apple App Store. So it's very, very easy to do. And you can build your own app. So you can write an app, you can build an app for others, you can freelance, You can build your own app. You can sell it. You can do consulting. Okay, you can do consulting for a fee, hourly rate. You can maintain apps. Lots and lots of things. Software is pretty much unlimited, and no code gives everyone access. If you know how to drag and drop and you're willing to learn some functionalities, some features here and there, you can easily build apps. And so if you want to learn more about using Flutter Flow, check out my other channel. In any case, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in a future video.